Hi students. As we discussed in the last class about your syllabus and different modules we have this time. The title of the subject is Complex Analysis, Probability and Statistical Methods. Subject code is 18 Mat 41. We have 5 modules. Module 1 Calculus of Complex Functions. Module 2 Conformal Transformation and Complex Integration. Module 3 Probability Distributions. Module 4 Statistical Methods and Curve Fitting. Module 5 Joint Probability Distributions and Sampling Theory. So let us start module 1, that is Calculus of Complex Functions. So for that we have some basic formulae which I have studied already. So let me repeat those formulae. Z is equal to x plus iy, it is in Cartesian form. Z is equal to r e power I theta, that is r cis theta, that is r into cos theta plus ir into sin theta, which is in polar form. If z is equal to x plus iy, then z bar is equal to x minus iy is the complex conjugate of z. Modulus of z is under root x square plus y square, that is equal to r. Amplitude of z is equal to tan inverse y by x, that is theta. And you know e power I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. E power minus I theta is cos theta minus I sin theta. So that we can write cos theta as e power I theta plus e power minus I theta by 2. And sin theta is e power I theta minus e power minus I theta by 2. And cos I theta is equal to cos h theta. Sin I theta is equal to I sin h theta. And also you know De Moivre's theorem, that is cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta, where n is a real number. Cos theta minus I sin theta whole power n is equal to cos n theta minus I sin n theta, which can also be written as cos theta plus I sin theta whole power minus n. Now let us define a complex variable function. If for each value of the complex variable z is equal to x plus iy in a region R, we have one or more values of w is equal to u plus iv, then w is said to be a complex function of z, and it is written as w is equal to f of z, that is equal to u plus iv. So you can write complex variable function in Cartesian form as well as in polar form. In Cartesian form it is w is equal to f of z is equal to u of xy plus iv of xy, and in polar form w is equal to f of z is equal to u of r theta plus iv of r theta. So let us consider some examples of a complex valued function. I'll write the first one. Example 1. Let us consider the function f of z is equal to z square. F of z is equal to z square. Here if we substitute z is equal to x plus iy, z is equal to x plus iy, then z square is equal to x plus iy whole square. It is like a plus b whole square. Expand it, will get x square plus I square y square plus 2i xy, and it is equal to x square minus y square plus I into 2xy, because you know that I square is equal to minus 1. I square is minus 1. So x square minus y square plus I into 2xy. So you can separate the real and imaginary part here, that is in the form of u plus iv, where u is equal to x square minus y square and v is 2xy. So that is in Cartesian form. The same thing in polar form. If you substitute z is equal to r e power I theta, then z square is equal to r e power I theta whole square. That can be written as r square e power 2i theta, or you can write okay, I into 2 theta. So that is z square is equal to r square into e power I 2 theta can be written as cos 2 theta plus I sin 2 theta. So that is r square cos 2 theta plus I r square sin 2 theta. So which is in the form of u plus iv, where v is r square cos 2 theta and v is r square sin 2 theta. So while solving problems, in order to separate the real and imaginary u and v, we substitute either the Cartesian form x z is equal to x plus iy or polar form z is equal to r e power I theta, whichever is convenient according to the given function. So let us see second example. If the given function f of z is equal to log z. So since the RHS is log z here, by substituting z is equal to x plus iy, we will get log of x plus iy, where you cannot separate the real and imaginary, because log m plus n, we can't write as log m plus log n. If it is log mn, the product mn, then it can be written as log m plus log n. So here it is convenient to take z is equal to r e power I theta. So therefore the given function becomes log of r e power I theta. It is like log mn, which is equal to log m plus log n. Here it is log r plus log e power I theta, that is equal to log r plus I theta log e. Log e means log e to the base e, which is equal to 1. So now it becomes log r plus I theta, because we know that log e to the base e is equal to 1. So which is in the form u plus iv, where u log r is a real part, v, that is theta, is the imaginary part. So if you want, now you can write r in terms of the Cartesian coordinates, and theta is also in terms of Cartesian coordinates. So f of z is equal to log of r is, you know, under root x square plus y square plus I into theta is tan inverse y by x. You know the relation between Cartesian and polar coordinates. So like that, depending upon the given function, we substitute either the Cartesian form z is equal to x plus iy or the polar form z is equal to r e power I theta. I'll write one more example where the function is w is equal to f of z is equal to sin z. So here let us substitute z is equal to x plus iy, then f of z is equal to sin of x plus iy. So sin of x plus iy, it is in the form of sin of a plus b, which can be written as sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. So here it is sin x cos iy plus cos x sin iy. But already you know that cos iy can be written as cos hy and sin iy can be written as I sin hy. So I'll write sin x cos hy plus cos x into I sin hy. So that is equal to, you write in the form of u plus iv. So sin x cos hy plus I into cos x sin hy, which is in the form u plus iv. So where sin x cos hy is the real part, cos x sin hy is the imaginary part. So these are the few examples where the given complex valued function f of z can be put in the form of u plus iv. Okay. Now let us define the limit, continuity and differentiability of a complex valued function. So already we know limit of a real valued function. Limit of a real valued function. Limit. Okay. complex valued function f of z, it is defined in the neighborhood of the point z naught is said to tends to a limit L, said to tends to a limit L as z tends to z naught if for every epsilon greater than 0, however small, there exists a real number delta greater than 0 such that mod f of z minus L less than epsilon when mod z minus z naught less than delta. Of course, it is just similar to the definition of limit of a real valued function. So a complex valued function f of z is said to tends to a limit L as z tends to z naught if for every epsilon greater than 0, however small, there exists a real number delta greater than 0 such that mod f of z minus L less than epsilon when mod z minus z naught less than delta. So symbolically it can be written as a limit of f of z as z tends to z naught is equal to L. So that is the definition of a limit of a complex valued function. Next, continuity. Again, already have studied what is the continuity. Means when when we say the real valued function is continuous at a particular point. So if a real valued function f of x is said to be continuous at a point x is equal to a, if limit of f of x as x tends to a exists and that limit is equal to f of a. So in the similar manner we are going to define the continuity of a complex valued function. So a complex valued function f of z is said to be continuous at the point z is equal to z naught. At the point z is equal to z naught if the first condition is limit of f of z as z tends to z naught exists, and the second condition is the limit of f of z as z tends to z naught is equal to f of z naught. So if these two conditions are satisfied, then you can say the function f of z is continuous at z is equal to z naught. Next, differentiability. A complex valued function f of z is said to be differentiable at z is equal to z naught if limit of f of z minus f of z naught divided by z minus z naught as z tends to z naught exists and unique. If this limit exists, then it is called the derivative of f of z with respect to z. So if this limit exists, then it is called the derivative of f of z at z is equal to z naught, and it is denoted by f dash of z naught. So therefore we can write f dash of z naught is equal to limit f of z minus f of z naught divided by z minus z naught as z tends to z naught. In this definition, if we substitute z minus z naught is equal to delta z, z minus z naught is equal to delta z. If z minus z naught is equal to delta z, then the above limit becomes so what do you get? When z minus z naught is equal to delta z, then z becomes z naught plus delta z, and as z tends to z naught, that implies delta z tends to 0. So now we can write f dash of z is equal to limit f of z naught plus delta z minus f of z naught divided by delta z as delta z tends to 0. So if a complex valued function is said to be continuous or differentiable in a region R, then that function f of z is continuous and differentiable at each and every point of the region R. Means when you say a complex valued function f of z is continuous or differentiable in a region R, then f of z is continuous and differentiable at each and every point of the region R. Now let us define a analytic function. Analytic function. A complex valued function w is equal to f of z is said to be analytic at a point z is equal to z naught, if dw by dz, that is f dash of z is equal to limit f of z plus delta z minus f of z by delta z as delta z tends to 0 exists and is unique at the point z naught and in the neighborhood of z naught. You can observe the definition of differentiability and this analytic function. Differentiability. A complex valued function f of z is said to be differentiable at z is equal to z naught if limit of f of z minus f of z naught by z minus z naught as z tends to z naught exists and unique. So here analytic function, a complex valued function w is equal to f of z is said to be analytic at a point z is equal to z naught if dw by dz is equal to limit f of z plus delta z minus f of z by delta z as delta z tends to 0 exists and is unique at the point z naught and also in the neighborhood of z naught. If a complex valued function, you see a complex valued function w is equal to f of z is analytic in a region R, is analytic in a region R if it is analytic at each and every point of the region R. So this analytic function, it is also called a regular function or holomorphic function. Analytic function is also called as a regular function or holomorphic function. Holomorphic function.